Welcome back to Tony Hawk's Marathon underperforming. Who's even still watching this?
Pro Skater 4.
Well, you're talking about Tom Clancy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Tom Clancy's Pro Skater 4. It's my favorite.
Uh, I love Metaton.
Oh yeah,
They are.
Marathon is so
They're just.
fucking. It's a comedy
Yeah,
goldmine.
yeah.
But okay,
Yes,
so
yes, yes.
I,
And
I
like,
just have to ask because many people point out that this is a Final Fantasy reference. What Final Fantasy is this referring to?
I want to say this is referencing 6. There's an opera scene in 6, but I'm not fully
I
sure.
think it is.
It's always 6. Like I don't know why, but like in the when I used to do like
I'm gonna check actually.
when I started getting
Yeah.
more on the
I think
internet
it's Final
back
Fantasy
in
8,
the
maybe. I
back in
could
the
be
mid
wrong.
2010s, like everybody was talking about Final Fantasy 4, but now it seems like everybody's talking about Final Fantasy 6.
It's the opera scene from 6.
Okay.
The entire scene is parody of the
Okay.
iconic Aria de Mezzo Catare, from which is the opera house part,
Right.
Okay.
which gets
That
interrupted
makes-
by another fight against uh Ultros.
Yeah,
Which is weird as hell.
I would love to get into Final Fantasy one of these days, but my doctor
We
diagnosed
get
me
it,
with a
Edgy.
clinical case of
We get
doesn't I
it.
don't like RPGs.
Get it.
Just for the new people
We get it.
watching. So anyway, remember that color puzzle from
There's that.
like 100 rooms before? I don't actually know how many rooms it
Yeah.
is ago.
Oh, great. We have to figure out the puzzle before we get, burst into flames because the shit's fire. Lovely.
Yeah, but if
And
I'm
of course,
not
she's singing. Or they're singing.
but if I'm not mistaken, it
Ooh.
might actually be possible to do this. The only problem is that it's yeah, I haven't I have no clue how to do this. Like you get very little time.
Figured.
But I don't think it's actually randomized, so it might actually
Yeah.
be possible to it might actually be possible to do this. Like I need to look it up. Because I'm pretty sure that I have seen people do it. But of course, like all of Marathon's acts, it's all a fake out because, oh, here's Alphys to save the day.
So when are we fighting Metatron?
We still have a pretty beefy chunk of gameplay to go through.
Oh my god.
Yes, so technically, Marathon is, if I'm not mistaken, the last boss you'll fight before the final boss.
Okay.
I think so, too.
I hate when we have to constantly deal with the character that's basically the final boss before the final boss for a long ass chunk of time. Basically, just no break in between.
I mean, it's still better than having the final boss, taunt you from, like, throughout the entire. I mean, I don't know. It's.
My whole thing is it's like this whole Metatron part just lasts so long. Like we spent the last I want to say 2 episodes dealing with his stuff,
Yeah.
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 and it's like
Hi.
it's really boring. It's really boring.
Well, I mean, it's more amusing for the one playing it. That's what I should say.
True, but it's like by now I would be straight going. Okay, can we please go to a new character?
Well,
I'm
okay.
sorry for being negative, but it's like
I mean,
Yeah, no, it's
it
fine.
is one thing. It is one thing I do agree with, because like throughout the previous parts, we were pretty quickly introduced to like Toriel, and then Sans and Papyrus, and then Undyne, and now it just seems like the remainder of the game
it's
is just
nothing.
it's just going to be Alfie's deactivating
Helping me.
Metaton's traps.
Honestly, I would feel a little bit better if this was dealing with Undine, because at least Undine is a guard.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Malfoy, but that's like a one encounter kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's like that was fine. But if we had specific characters like separating like each two Metatron spots, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I love that you can call Undyne and snitch on like the guards here.
Yeah.
That is funny.
Like they're
That
having an
is
ice cream
funny.
break after trying to murder you.
No.
And I also like how this
You
guy.
remember? How can I be so easily defeated?
I like how this guy
I
is
love the
all
look on his
like
face.
shocked about you remembering his name, but the game never prompts you to like
Yeah.
then type his name.
That seems like a missed opportunity.
Anyway,
it's Sans.
hi Sans.
Sans.
Okay, we're gonna go up the creepy alley for great deals. Why are we gonna do that? Oh, of course.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have enough money to buy the mystery key.
What does the mystery key do?
It opens the door.
Of
To the
course.
restaurant?
No,
So,
we have been there before. And
Okay,
once
so we're
again,
supposed to be
Sans
treating
with the
Sans?
shortcuts. Although this does make more sense as a shortcut.
yeah.
Yeah, now we're having a little heart-to-heart with Sans. Or is it soul to soul?
Heart to heart.
Well, yeah, but hearts are souls. Or
I say soul
souls
to
are
soul.
heart-shaped.
Heart to soul talk. Also, I'm just gonna point out that today is as the time of this recording, it's Jim Henson's birthday today. Just wanted to point that out.
Nice. Oh yeah, so this
Okay,
is one
here- I think I've
this
asked,
one
like,
piece of
favorite
trivia.
character. Go ahead.
This is one piece of trivia that I do like. How like Sans and Toriel know each other, but they don't know, like they know each other without knowing each other.
Old lady.
These
Oh, I've
jokes
heard
are
this one before.
fucking terrible.
Okay, to be honest,
Yeah, but they're Sans worthy.
The old lady who joke, that was good. That was good.
No,
It was.
no.
Edgy has been outnumbered.
Well, I count for 2
No, you don't.
and a half.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Your mom. Should...
So I take it you would not even have this conversation if you were doing genocide?
No. No, because throughout the entire genocide thing, you like
Probably not,
you don't
because,
you don't
you know-
have you don't have any fun. Like all the fun stuff, all the characters, they don't talk to you, right? Like there is no background music. There are no witty characters to charm you because you clearly do not want to be charmed. You just want to kill. That's the logic of the game.
He cares about us.
Yep. Yeah, so I kind of want to see if there is a possible dialogue you can get with Toria once Sans tells you about her, but once again, obviously there isn't, even though it would make total sense to like put a conversation in there.
Okay,
there are
that guy
people.
that we just talked to, not this guy, but like the other guy. You can call me an idiot for this, but I swear he looked like E.T. Like the bugged eyes.
That weighted Atari 2600 game?
I don't understand what you mean, dude. Also, what time are we at? That went back to chat.
We're at 11:20.
Okay. I had to go check.
His jokes hurt funny. Oh, wow.
This is so sad.
Mm.
To play Despacito.
Can we like not try to summon assistants during, like, you know that people are out there watching this with like their speakers, right?
Too bad. I already said it.
And I'm going to censor you.
You censor me, motherfucker.
I did it before. I censored you summoning ALEXA in our A Way Out playthrough. I censored you talking about Shithead 1 and Shithead 2 and Shithead 3 in LEGO Star Wars. And I'll do it again if I have to.
Honestly, the only one that basically made sense was that cut for GTA when we were talking about kinks. I'm not gonna go and get into the reason why, but it's completely understandable.
Yeah, also, I don't know what happens if you actually
that
have
was a weird
items
episode
to...
listening to.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. What's the name of this place?
I don't know. You don't need to look it up. It's not relevant.
I'm doing it because you said I don't know what happened. What happens?
I think it's like
Okay.
Mannequin's
Okay.
restaurant.
So if you
Oh.
so if you give the CT to the guy asking for it, you get 99G. Door 2 is
How much does a CT cost?
CT costs 18G. So you're gaining basically $81G. So that's not a bad price.
Well, I don't think it would be worth it. Can you do it more than once?
No.
Right. Also, this is something you can do. You can choose to stay at the hotel, but if you go back, you don't get a refund, unlike the hotel in Snowdine.
Yeah, I was just actually going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Giving the person who wants a cinnamon bun, you also get 99 gold.
Right.
Gold. Door 4, there's a dog behind this door. Handing over any of the listed items rewards a response, in most cases, an item. A hot dog. The dog repeatedly attempts to grab the hot dog, eventually succeeding. You get a hush puppy. Dog residue. The dog residue slides under the door, and 2 more dog residues slide out. So you get 2 dog residues.
Yeah, well, I already tossed out my dog residue when I got that piano puzzle.
If the player has a full inventory, the single dog residue shoots back out. So really nothing. Just so you didn't gain any reward if you have full inventory. Hot cat. The dog rouses the hot cat and rejects it. You get the hot cat back.
All right. Anyway,
The dog
so
salad will net you gets absorbed by the darkness. You do not get a reward, and all the items. The dog does not accept any other items.
right. Anyway, we just got at the core, and the core is a pretty interesting section because there's a whole bunch of monsters you need to fight here, or you get a whole bunch of encounters here, and Alphys will constantly try to give you directions. Thing is, if I'm not mistaken, there are also some times where I don't know whether purposefully or accidentally misleads you, so I'm just going to disobey him all the time.
Seems fair.
Yeah. Like take a look at the order, like how it's orange, blue. Yeah, it's the exact opposite. Like, thank you, Alphys.
Good job, Alfie.
Do you think Alphys is trying to screw us up?
No.
Well, he sort of is, because he's torn between two parties. Like, on one hand, just like Papyrus and Undyne, she's tasked with catching the human, and well, this also leads to how Marathon isn't fully disabled, because that is something that Alfie should be able to do, but chooses not to. Like, Alfie really is conflicted, and once this part, like after we're done fighting Metaton, she actually reveals her true colors and says that she kind of lied to the human, because the human believes that the human can make it through the barrier without killing Asgore. But supposedly it takes a human soul and a monster soul to cross the barrier, and it takes 7 human souls to destroy the barrier. Now they already have 6 human souls, so that's kind of why there's a they want to get the human soul.
Yeah.
At the same time, it also kind of makes me wonder, and this is something that I believe Toriel will actually acknowledge if you're about to fight the true final boss. So when you do pacifist, like Toriel will basically go like, well, we already have 6 human souls, so like, why didn't you take a human soul and cross the barrier? Which kind of makes sense. Like, yeah, it should be possible. And then just go back with like a gullible human who's like, yeah, monsters couldn't do us harm, and yeah, problem solved.
It looks like you're on an airship, to be straight honest.
Airship? You mean like the stage from the hit game Among Us?
Frisk is sus. I saw them venting.
Fuck both.
That would be a fun game to like do some recording for, like just like a group of us playing it.
Well,
It would, but we do need a friend group to actually do that with.
Yeah, I mean, with a lot of, I've considered doing like recording like a bunch of party games, or maybe not party games, but games where it's more about like being together and having fun. I've considered doing stuff like that, but the problem is with stuff like Jackbox, 3 people is not enough, right? And especially with Among Us, it really is something where you need
we'd have to get more people
to fully appreciate it.
Yeah.
Now, anyway, this spot where I kind of
You almost die.
Yeah, luckily I don't need to save the spider cider anymore. Because hey, we've got past that fight. I showed it off. And I should mention, I also really like the music that plays when you're in the core. It's pretty upbeat, and I like that. It's just a shame that you're in here for like a pretty long time, so... Well, I wouldn't say that the sound gets on your nerves. It does drag on quite a bit. And since this is the final, like, traditional enemy encounter area, you also get quite a bit of money out of this. So later on this episode, I do believe that I actually get the
Mr. Key.
yeah, I do get the key. In fact, I know that I do, because scrubbing through the episode, I know that we ended like the place where the key leads to. Now, the one thing I would advise is, once you're doing these kind of battles, make sure there's no harm in sparing your enemies one at a time, because if you even take one of them out of the equation, it does get significantly easier. And these guys, they hit like a fucking truck. Like, I've seen some of them hitting you for like 5 damage at a time. But you saw that I got like 130 gold out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, sometimes there's not nothing wrong with taking an enemy out super easily, one at a time. Like in like I was playing Bowser's Inside Story, and in the Peach's Castle segment, the final area, there are these enemies called Bots. Basically,
I hate those things.
It's been a while since I last played Inside Story. I do know that as a kid I made it to Peach's Castle, and I do believe I actually got like to the final boss fight, but I could never beat it. Side note, I think I was like
same here.
I think I was like 11. And I should also mention that at the time I wanted to get the game because it was a Mario and Luigi game, but I didn't know what that meant.
oh, okay.
So I thought like, oh, it's a Mario game. I like Mario games. It was not a
Anyway,
But it
Mario
was mostly
game.
just Bowser.
Anyway,
Anyway, proceed with what you were saying, Yu.
in order to when you're dealing with them with Bowser, when he breaks their bodies, their heads will fly off, and you have a chance to use the vacuum block to suck them up for the bros to fight. The Dark Bots will usually run on a free turn.
Alright.
If when their bodies are gone. So basically, if you have a group of like 2 or 3, you would take one out as Bowser. And if it doesn't run, because it has a chance to run, you can just suck it up into Bowser's stomach for the bros to fight.
Yeah, I hate it when like the enemy runs away.
I'm only fine with it if the enemy gives a
Yeah.
lot of XP. If it's a grinding enemy, like the metal slimes in Dragon Quest.
Right. Yeah, so we just got past the area, so we can take the elevator. So we only have one thing to do before we advance to the end. And that is look where this mystery key leads us to. I also kind of wish I bought that cowboy hat.
Why?
Because it gives extra defense, I think. And of course I'm showing the dialogue, but like you buy stuff that they found it in the
Found in
garbage.
the garbage.
Of course, they spoil that we get it in the garbage. Of course.
Origin of garbage.
Also,
Garbage store.
You found a gun inside a dumpster. It's good to know that the underground is in Detroit.
Damn it.
I thought.
Okay,
I was
fine,
for sure thinking
Compton.
you were gonna say New Jersey.
God damn it, Edgy.
What about New Jersey?
I don't know, I've never been in there. To be fair, I've never been to Detroit or Compton either, but like, those are the ones that you hear the most about.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of like the same how I as an outsider look at stuff like F1. I have like one or two names that I know, and then the rest that's like totally like New Jersey, New York, New Hampshire. It's all fluff. Who cares? It's all about the big boys, the one you hear the most about. I mean, call me when they make a game or a movie about New Jersey. But until then, I'm coming straight out of Detroit. Which is weird because I'm bisexual.
Yeah, these guys are like just. They're like the Ashleys from Recess. Like they just talk in unison. It's just. It's
I
freaky.
don't remember them talking in unison.
All right, so who's
They did a
ready?
few times,
So
like, when they would-
who's ready to know where the mystery key leads to? What's behind door number 2? It's a character that we've
I'm gonna guess
never
it's-
seen, never interacted with. So of course we're going to read their diaries. Not just one of them, all of them.
Of course, because all of. Of course, you know, we're gonna invade their privacy and just read all the diaries. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Well, to be fair, if you don't want people to invade your privacy, just don't leave any traces behind.
Yeah, true. Or at least, like, if you leave something open, booby trap it if someone tries to read it.
Yeah, like I don't know what's a good booby trap to have. Like, maybe something like those.
Plant some C4.
Oh, god damn it.
So if they try to,
That's
yeah,
illegal.
If they try to just,
D4 is not.
it's only
not
illegal
a
if you
prank.
get caught, Edgy. It's only illegal if you get caught, Edgy.
D4
You're
is not
Canadian.
a prank.
Why are you talking like this?
Maybe I've had experience with this. Maybe I haven't. Who knows?
Does your family have origins in Detroit?
I wish. No.
You wish. That's. Oh, you cannot
I
get
was
by
being
these books, by the
sarcastic.
way. So,
That's really weird.
yeah. Anyway, I wanted to say something, but I forgot.